Now, Stellenbosch University has raised 8.1 million rand to settle student debt. A total of 82 graduates and 84 undergraduate students can now begin their next academic journey or enter the world of work debt-free. For more on this, I'm joined by Peter Swart, who's Director of Major Gifts and Transformational Giving, Development and Alumni Operations at Stellenbosch University. Mr. Swart, a very good afternoon to you, and what awesome news, not only for the students but for their families as well. How did this come about? How did you manage to raise this amount of money?
Thank you very much. It's great being with you this afternoon, and yes, indeed, as you say, what better way to celebrate Christmas in a way than assisting students at Stellenbosch University. It's all graduating students and postgraduate students, as you said. And this is part of our Bridge the Gap program that we run at the institution. We do that annually because we really want our students to graduate, to move out into the world of work, or to continue their studies on postgraduate level, and not to be too concerned about their debt. With the specific program, we're very fortunate that we have the support of our donors, and these donors reach from individuals, from the alumni of Stellenbosch University, trusts and foundations, and also friends of the institution, whom we make appeals to, and they then contribute to the fund, and we then play that forward and we assist our students.
And what gave birth to this initiative? What made you decide that this is something that you wanted to do this Christmas?
You know, number one, I think Stellenbosch University is a caring institution, and we believe it's important that we do support our students. As the institution transforms, we need to really care for our students. We have to assist them in building their morale and their confidence. And we've actually found, that if students owe large amounts of money to institutions, it's always difficult for them to really move forward and concentrate on their studies. And we have in our Department of Development and Alumni Relations identified student debt and also student bursaries as one of our main focus areas. And we do this across the board, and our Senior Director, Ms. Karen Bruns, leads the way. And then, of course, we have our major fundraiser in our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Wim de Villiers, as well. And we just realized that we have to, if we want to look after our students, if we want to see our students at Stellenbosch University succeed, we have to go out there and really speak to our donors, make appeals to them, but also show to them just how wonderful it is and what a difference they can make in the lives of individuals.
It certainly is very encouraging, I think, even, for other alumni to look at what you have done and use that as an example, how they can then sow back into the institutions that they themselves had previously graduated from. But I want to ask you this. You managed to raise 8.1 million rand, and this went towards settling the debt. But what was the cumulative student debt as of, I guess, the end of the year?
Yeah. What we're looking at, presently at the institution, and we are still continuing specifically with this initiative, our 2021 debt for graduandi, who, have completed their studies, and also for other postgraduate students, is actually 16.3 million rand. And, that pertains to 433 students. So although we've achieved what we believe is a very large amount, 8.1 million, we're still in the process, and the appeal is still out there to, as I said, friends of the institution, to donors, to corporates, etc. as well, to assist us in assisting those students so that we can then send them into the world of work, and where they can then go and apply their skills and make a big difference again.
You did mention that, student debt is one of the nooses around the necks of students. On average, how long does it take students to pay off their debts? What have you found in your experience?
It's very difficult, because it really varies from student to student. But if one looks at the whole South African picture, we are finding that students more and more are finding themselves in debt. If one looks at the national picture in 2011, the student debt amounted to 3.3 million rand. And then that grew to 16.25 million in 2020. So it's difficult to say, but, and it depends very much on the students, on the support they get from parents and families, etc. as well. But if students move into the world of work, very often it takes them 3 to 4 years to pay off debt that they have accumulated at university. But as I said, we really try and assist these students to minimize their debt, but also, as in this case, with Bridge the Gap, to make sure that they then qualify being debt-free.
Well, Mr. Peter Swart, thank you so much for spreading some Christmas cheer this festive season for those who will be graduating from Stellenbosch University. Peter Swart is the Director of Major Gifts and Transformational Giving Development and Alumni Operations at Stellenbosch. What a way to celebrate Christmas, especially when you were anticipating having to pay back all those thousands of rands of student debt, and now you can literally go into your future, into 2022, debt-free, with a clean slate and able to start again. Some really great news there for today.